Your client wants heavy retouching. So it's after the shoot, they come to you and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't like the way that I look. I want you to retouch this. I want you to fix that. Okay, we're gonna pause for a second. We're gonna remember calm. Your client's coming to you wanting retouching does not necessarily mean that you screwed up. Sometimes there's mistakes that we make in the process of shooting. We don't do flattering poses, we don't do flattering lighting, and we create issues. But if we know our stuff, then most of the time it's not that. So control the emotion. This isn't a personal take as you take bad photos, you didn't make me look good. Most of the time this comes from an insecurity that our clients have for themselves. They don't see themselves in that photograph, and that's not necessarily a reflection of you and what you did. So relax from that standpoint. Avoiding the written communication, we're gonna say, hey, I'd love to hop on the phone and chat. Are you free at this time? And then we look to question and ask for clarity. I like putting in like a little bit of support in this line because most of the time this comes from an insecurity. So I like addressing that. I think you look amazing in these photographs, but help me to understand what it is that you're not necessarily liking about them. What would you like retouched in those photographs? Now, maybe it's something simple. Maybe it's just, oh, I have this blemish or there's mole that I don't like or whatever it might be. And there's easy tools for this. Like a photo, for example, can run through an entire batch of images very affordably and do all sorts of batch retouch type stuff. But maybe it's something simple, maybe it's something complicated. We don't know yet, but I want you to simply listen and learn what it is. And then we're gonna look to make it right within reason. What I mean by this, on a retouching issue, right? If I recognize that, hey, it was my lighting mistake, it was my posing mistake that made them look this way. If it was my mistake in the posing and the lighting of the shot, the technical areas, then I'm simply gonna fix that myself. I'm gonna make it right by not charging them anything, and I'm gonna fix it myself because that's my issue, right? If this is the client being insecure and they just don't like the way that they look in the photos and they have a laundry list of things that they want fixed, then I'm simply going to price it accordingly and present it to them. I would be happy to retouch these. My retouching rate is X, $5 or $10 an image, whatever it is that you want to charge. Why don't we go through and select all the images you retouched and I'll get moving on it right away. That's it. It's this cost. Why don't we select what we want retouched? And I'll get started on it right away. Now, if they say, oh, I thought that retouching was included, then we would go back and we want to make sure that we have in our documentation that, like in our contracts and things, that retouching is an extra fee. It's not part of the original. So we can always reference that. We can say we don't do retouching on individual images because we don't know what clients are going to want retouched. So we only do retouching when specifically asked. But yes, that is not included with the original price as it showed in the contract. Not a no. It's simply pointing to the solve, right? I'm never trying to say no in one of these conversations, but that's it. We're going to give them a solution. Most of the time they're just going to say, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and just pick. These are the 10 images that I really love. And these are the ones that I would like. And this is what I want done. And bing, bang, boom, they pay. We go, we finish the images and it's all good.